Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Get that out of there.
Good morning to those of you in the States right now. And if you are across the pond, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. If you're watching this on the playback, thank you for choosing this long-winded recap and review. But we're going to get into the premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 7 today, the Brit Gala. This episode was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I have some thoughts, if you will. There is a gag, there is a gimmick, there is some things going on of cow-tacular proportions, moo moo. We also have one of our fellow Rant Pack members on this season, which is pretty exciting to see. Neon Bella, shout out to the doll. It was again, I was over there watching this with my reaction, and I was reminding myself, I'm like, this baby has been in my chat for years, and it's wild to see them on television. So I was having an uncle moment, if I will. I was like, go, niece, go. And then I also was mad because things happened the way they did, but I also was happy at the same time because I was like, whew, we survived. But then it was like, we'll get there. But yeah, this season is going to be interesting. I feel I want more because the premiere episode was pretty good. But I'm also like, okay, we need to see something else. I need more episodes. I need to see them in action because no one went home, no shade. And I'm seeing some personalities start to arise, if you will, and others I'm not quite sure about just yet, but I'm interested. I want to see what's going on. So we're going to give Drag Race UK Season 7 some time for sure, especially on behalf of my good friend and someone who I miss dearly, the Vivian, which the beginning of this episode definitely had me choked up for sure. If you saw my reaction, your boy was over there sobbing in the beginning. So let's get my socials out the way and then go ahead and get this started. And again, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a good day today. I have yet to actually celebrate my birthday because this week it was a lot of content I had to cover. I was also applying for jobs. I had to take care of a lot of stuff in the background over here. So tomorrow there will be no panel. I'm actually going to be spending some time with friends tomorrow, and I'm also going to be doing something today too. So that's why we're doing this very early. Now, if you do want to tune in to these Drag Race UK reviews live, it will be on Fridays from now on because Project Runway just ended, and that was our Friday show. So this will now be the new Friday show that we talk about. That we do our live review together, and that will be more based in the afternoon because I know some people saying, well, Matt, you're going live early, it's sort of like in between the time. So I'm like, yeah, no worries there. We'll be doing it more so in the afternoon on Fridays, unless, again, like I said, I'm looking for another job, and if I get a schedule that's different, then I'll change it up. But we'll get to that whenever that happens. Seriously. But yes, we'll be covering this on Fridays, and yeah, we still have Drag Race Philippines, Slasian Royale 2. Also, Dragula Titan Season 2 will be starting very, very soon. That will be on Wednesdays. We do those reviews as well. So it's going to be like a Wednesday through Friday thing with this channel. Sundays for the panel when we do have them. But if not, then, you'll get the schedule. I'll start posting weekly so that way everybody knows what's up. And on my Patreon too, for those who subscribe to the Patreon, that schedule posted weekly. I'm getting way more organized with this here because I've been off a little lately. So I'm like, let's get this together, especially because I got other stuff going on. So yeah, social media is all in the about section. It's a Linktree link. Just click that. It'll take you where you need to go. I do reactions on Patreon for as low as $1 a month. I did my reaction to this already. So if you wanted to see it, check me out on Patreon. I am bookable on Cameo. I have merch available at dragqueenmerch.com, an affiliate partner with Paramount Plus. Get a free week of Paramount Plus on me, include Showtime with that. I got a PO box if you want to send me anything special if you just feel like it. And is that it? I think I did that pretty quick. I'm proud of myself. Come on, Matt. Let me think. I feel like I'm always forgetting one extra thing. Oh, there's a Discord you can join if you like. And yeah, I think that's it. I think we got it together. So let me go ahead and put this disclaimer up because I piss some people off apparently, but this program is for entertainment purposes only and content's not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. And my opinions are just mine. They're solely my personal views. They don't reflect the opinions of every human on the planet. Do not send hate to anybody that we talk about today or the show itself mentioned on this program. Don't be rude, grab your libations and strap in. You'll be here for maybe 90 minutes. Please don't post any spoilers in the chat. And if you feel uncomfortable viewing this program, consume some Activia and have yourself a good old nasty gassy poop. There you go. If you did want to throw me any love in my little tippy poo jar, that would most certainly be appreciated. It's not necessary for your participation or you being a Ramp Pack member or me giving you any time and energy, but it would certainly be awesome. But it's up to you. And thank you so very much. And you may have missed my birthday. Shoot. Yeah. It's PayPal.me /Matty-Rants, Cash App $, Matt924, as well as Venmo, Matty-Rants. I think that's it. I think we can get on with the show. I told you we're gonna be on time today. A lot of people were feeling underwhelmed by this premiere, and I noticed a lot of commentary online about it. I don't disagree. I was more in tune, I guess. I liked it a little bit more than most people were saying. For me, I was thinking, oh, this was cute. I want to start to see some action now. I do. Not to say the person should have gone home, but I kind of wanted them to go home only because the gimmick of said situation with the cow, I was like, well, it didn't seem like they got the most votes, but they did get the most votes. Are we going to be able to see the number that was in the cow the next episode with the tokens that were put in? I'd like that. Because it didn't feel that way. So I was like, And then with judging, I don't know. It was like, do you like this outfit? And then it's really the personality, but you don't like this personality. If you like this, you're saying somebody's putting on, but are they putting on? I didn't understand that full bit. It was like, it felt like you're putting on a whole personality. I'm like, she kind of seems consistent throughout, actually, but okay. When they got to Terrace a little bit, I was over here like, what is happening? They were nice to Passy, high key. I was like, this is interesting. No shade. That wasn't my winner, but I do like her a lot. I was like, I like Elle a lot. She's cute. Like, let me give her some time. But my win went to somebody else. It did. High key. I was gagged with her. I was like, yeah, Paige, I thought it was gonna be you too. Low key, because that outfit was poss. And your Brit Gala was out. I was like, I guess that's not the problem. I thought the personality was there too. Whatever. We'll get there. So let's go ahead and get on with the show. I need to go ahead and get my slide pulled up. That's why I'm still talking. I'm like, I haven't got the slides pulled up. I worked on all this yesterday. Had to make sure. No. Oh no. No. Hold on, y'all. Are you gonna make me do stuff today? Because I'm not turning off this computer. This was all supposed to be here. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to power off the iPad first. Because I would normally want to do it for my iPad whenever I do my like screen grab thing. It's easier that way. But I also have my other monitor up. I just don't want to use it right now. because it's gonna be like this huge glow. So give me a second. We're gonna get the slides pulled up. I cannot believe. Oh, but thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you had a good week. I hope your week was well and treated you right. Again, thank you for everybody that tuned into the birthday live and that sent love and honestly the gifts and everything. It was just really special, and I appreciate you so very much. I again have not heard the new Doja Cat album or the new Mariah Carey album. Please do not punish me. I will get to it at the end of this live, actually, where I can finally take a breath. So please forgive me. I promise I'm going to get there because I've heard so much about it online and people talking about it. But I'm like, oh, I need a moment to really get in here. What is going on? Why am I not able to screen mirror right now? Okay, let me try the other monitor because the iPad is not giving me what I want right now. Hi, Nina. They want to go outside so bad. And I'm like, give me 90 babies. Okay, screen mirroring. Okay, let's see if this. Are we doing it? Work. Yes. All right. And that is why I had this monitor set up today. Thank you. I knew something was going to pop. I said, let me get my monitor up because something was telling me this was going to happen. All right, Betty, let's do this. All right, iPad, you can take a break. I will charge you. Now that this has happened. Yeah. Okay, let's get this in, get this in, get this in, get this in. Bam. Here we go. All right. So the premiere episode of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 1. Now, the beginning of the episode starts with a montage of the previous winners, with Kyron Thrax being the most recent one. Shout out to Kyron, Ginger Johnson, the lineup, Danny Beard to Crystal Versace, Lawrence Jane. And then it got to Vivi. Oh, sister, been with you since the beginning. Oh, this was too much for me. It was too much for me. I thought it was, I thought it was done just right. It wasn't heavy-handed. We weren't given like the full like everybody's like stop and like lose your grip on reality bit, but it was quite lovely and I was emotional over this, but I was just happy that she got the beginning of this season here. But all my love to Viv and her family. So let's go ahead and get into this new cast of queens. Now you put me in your montage video. Hey, let's see if I get the name right today, right? Katrin Feelings. I better you better let me live, Katrin. Shout out to Katrin Feelings and shout out to the Ram Pack. I forget who it was that tagged me. It was like, Matt, he put you in the compilation of everybody get the name. Oh, lovely. Love her already. I was sold from the entire entrance look and the ensemble. The runway was a different story for me, but that's also like representing their hometown. So I don't want to get too like deep into it. It just wasn't my jam, but I was like, But this was gorgeous, as well as I loved her energy with her entrance and all the feels, if you will. She seems like a good time, but I also think that she's not going to take shit either, because the next episode, it seemed like there was a little bit of drama. But I like Katrin. She gives. Yeah, I like Katrin. Now, this bitch, I kind of live for low key, but I'm also nervous for Taurus. I'm a little nervous because of how the judges was doing her this week. You were getting defensive and talking over. I said, sister, she was with Plain Jane, who was low key cacking her. As much as we can talk about the nervousness of it all, like Jane was cacking her. So I was like, now hold on. Like Jay was giving the business to other girls, but she was going ham a little bit on sister. So I was like, hold on now. Y'all not giving her no grace just a tad bit. But I like Tayrus. I do agree with the comment about contouring. She could cut that cheek hard and it'd be like, yes. But no, I'm here for the energy. You know, the bodysuit's cute. She's cute in and out of drag. I was like, okay, Daenerys is cutie. But also I just like just how they carry themselves as well. They seem like a good time, and I want to see more from them too. They gave Sally, I want to say trademark so bad, but they gave Sally TM. I think my favorite little entrance music little bumper to go with this outfit. I love it. The whole bit. The top to bottom. Love it. Wig, dress, makeup, styling, the full bit. I was like, oh, this is fucking cute. And I love how she did this makeup and it stops right there. Oh, that is severe, Sally. It was severe. Pins across the board for me. I was like, oh, step through, push on through. Oh, this is cool. Big fan just from this one. I was like, oh, I like Sal. Keep her in, keep her. She's gonna be interesting. Now, I already see the Dawn comparisons. I already see y'all online doing it. And yes, I do get a whiff of my favorite nymph fairy creature character as well. I just get that kind of cool. Dawn's a key, so I get that energy. Same with Sally too. Like I don't want to compare the two because they're not the same, but it's that kind of like energy from them where it's like, I don't give a fuck, whatever. I do my own art and it's my shit, and I live and breathe for it. And they just have that sort of like kind of feel. I don't know. I like them. I was into it. She's gonna be a problem, and I need it. I need her to be the problem. Selects addiction. Ooh, the coffee. Selects addiction. Why was that hard to say the first time? I have been saying it all day. Selects addiction. Selects addiction. You see how I did that? Yeah, American. She's gonna be a problem in the best way possible. The best way possible. Oh, you make all your own shit too, and your mouth matches it. Oh, I'm a big fan. I was a big fan after this episode. Her faces. Are y'all paying attention to her when she's just listening to people too? Like that little girl, you be moving your head. It's like the subtle shade and the subtle, like that inner thought going, really? Okay. Uh-huh. Sure, girl. Like it's all up here, but that head, that neck, me. Keep her. She's gonna be TV. Keep her. Keep her. I want to see her in some big hair though. No shade, because like this whole episode, it was giving structured tease, and I do love a structured wig, but sometimes I'm like, I want to mix up. It's only the first episode, so I would love to see another kind of like bomb on top of it. But oh yes, I was into the fantasy of it all, and yeah, she backed her shit up because that Brit Gala look. Okay, so you're gonna hate me. Well, some of you already do. You're gonna hate me, you're gonna love me. I need like 1 minute to heat up this coffee that I've been having sit over here. I actually finished like my first cup of coffee, but I only had like 4 hours of sleep. So this is kind of necessary for me to continue this sort of energy of where I feel like I'm doing a good job, but I'm probably not doing a good job. It's whatever job I think I'm doing that's such a good job. So I do need to go heat up this coffee after me explaining this way too long to get to the point of here. But while I do that, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. And thank you for tuning in on this Saturday morning. If you're watching this in the playback, what's up? You're like, Matt, there will be timestamps later. Thank you to Emrika, who I see, hi Emrika, that gives their time here to do said timestamps, time to do said timestamps. So I will be pinning those once I do gather up the courage to go into the comment section and post that and pin it. So excuse moi while I make this coffee. I just need to heat it up because I'm not an iced coffee gal no more. I'm a hot coffee Ron Swanson man. Ron Swanson, excuse me. But yes, hit the like, do all of that. But Select's Addiction, I like a lot. And I want y'all to see I got nothing on underneath. Hold on. Heat up the coffee. Heat up the coffee. It needs to move faster. I'll put in the creamer and the sugar. Not real sugar. That makes sugar. Okay. While I'm heating up the rest of that and pretending that I'm sitting in a seat that's clearly I'm not sitting in. You better be hot as hell too. I need to burn the tongues, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Ooh, thank you. Apologies. Apologies. Quick story. The app I used today for a delivery, which included said coffee from a corner store, and some water that I needed, the app was not updating at all. So I thought the person was just driving around for no reason. These people knocked on my door. They're not supposed to even come to the door. I was supposed to meet them way outside somewhere because I don't like people coming to my door. 1, 2, I was in the shower. I answered the door with a towel and a shower cap. They didn't speak any English. And today was the day I told myself after the conversation I had with this woman and her husband, I'm learning Spanish. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I will never again go a day without learning Spanish. No, ma'am. Not after what I just went through. I was her first delivery ever on that app. She had no idea what she was doing. And I had to do all of the work for her to make my order go through with the app that is in Spanish. I know not a lick. I know muy poquito. So when I tell you, I somehow, by remembering certain words from Duolingo, 1, context clues, 2, 3, just me thinking like this, obviously, this has to be, and let me just pay attention. I somehow was able to complete her order for her. And she was so thankful. And I was like, it's okay. And I went back in my house, butt naked with a shower cap and had my son. I was like, I'm learning Spanish after that, because never again. And as a human with us in this world and everybody that lives in, I'm like, I'm going to have to, because there's no way I'm going to go through that experience again. But also, she was really needing some help, and I just could not. I was like, I'm not about to just be like, oh no, it's no. But I was able to somehow complete. I don't know how, but I was gagged. I was like, I can't believe I just did that. I was like, God, what's going on? So that was my morning. That was like 2 hours ago. I kid you. That was 2 hours ago. So I gotta hit the people about the app too. Be like, I don't know what's going on, but please update it because that lady was literally 10 miles away from me, but she was knocking at my door. That's crazy. All right, back to the show. My apologies. I just had to share that story. It was crazy. I was like, this is for coffee. Now, pasty. This is not hot enough. She's a sweetheart. And I like her. Like confessional wise too, sort of personality point of POV, like I live actually and enjoy them as a person. Like they're quite wonderful. Love to be in a room. Seemed like a sweet, sweet, sweetheart. It was a tough episode. I'm trying to be so nice because I like her a lot. It was again, I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. This is fun. This is something, you know. She's a sweetheart and I like her. I cannot take this black panty with this gold outfit. I can't do it. I just said it is like look at me. Other than that, she's fun. I'm like rain in there. I can't do it. But she's the who. She's the who. She's the fun time. I like her. I just was like, oh, I don't know. We gonna wait. We gonna wait. We're gonna let the episode. We're gonna see because she would say tomorrow probably gonna be a better day. We'll see. You watch your mouth in this house. All right. That's family. This is family. You understand me? This is family. Watch your fucking mouth. Okay. As I go heat up my coffee, everyone starts saying nice things about young Bella. I just need to get up and leave. Only nice things. That's my niece. That's my niece, God damn it. No, I like it. I do. I do. I don't want to be stuff. I could not take it. I said, the fun is going on here. Like she was hunting rabbits in the red wig. Okay, there. That's the temperature. That's the temperature. That is the temperature right there. Oh no, I cannot do lukewarm. that is a insult to coffee. I cannot do lukewarm. No, no. Okay. The doll, the diva, Miss Mama's Cameroon in the house. You know, I have ancestry in Cameroon. Young Bella. Uh-huh. But young Bella is gorgeous. I love her so much. I did like again, I never heard this baby talk before. We've only seen her in my chat and talking over the years. So just to hear now to put a face and a voice to everything, it's just lovely. I enjoyed the entrance of it all. The girls were gooped. They said, "Oh, it is what it is." I am concerned if I'm not going if I'm going to be honest for my darling. I got to be uncle. I got to be big uncle, okay? I've been talking about this show for years. I've been around these babies. We've even had time on the stage because she's going to do very well in life. I see the personality. She's very likable, infectious. When you said, I don't really do this and I don't really do that and I don't do this, but I give leg. I said, okay, I live and I love. However, in this competition setting of Drag Race, girl, I got nervous when you said that. And that's why I was like, I said, I wonder how we gonna hold you up, my darling. But if Aja's ever in London one day and wants to give a class or two, or to put an extra go for it, connect 4 and 3, what we got to do for a sewing machine, yeah, because like you got it all. It's everything is there, the full bit of it, full bit of it. But yes, I love her. She's a key. We'll have commentary later. Page 3 is next. She's a baddie. That's another one I'm going to be watching out for. Oh, she's polished. I also love this barbed wire reference for Pamela Anderson here. I'm right with that. Yeah. When she was yeah, I'm right with that. Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to go through Pamela Anderson's like movie history that I know about. This is barbed wire. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I remember the cover with the gun, and it was like, yes. I was like, okay, she's also. It was so funny when she was walking and she was talking, and they were like, that voice is so masculine. And I started hollering over here, but shout out to page 3. The London girls and the Soho girl bit I'm starting to get is going to be somewhat of a storyline about who's working and who's not. I'm hoping that is not something that continues too long, but it may be a potential for drama. Now, up next is Elvask, and she's cute. She's a cutie. A cutie. I'm gonna be real. Girl, if you had sat at that table and asked everybody, do you know who I am? I would have stared at you crazy. Should we? Because to me, when you said that shit, like, do you know who I am? Looking at this picture, I would have been like the boy from adolescence grew up. I'm glad to see that you survived the K, all that kind of stuff that happened here. You finally told the truth. I am playing. I'm playing. L, don't get mad, please. No shades. I promise. I was like, oh my God, the little boy from adolescence. No. You won an Emmy recently. Congratulations. No, she's a key, but I don't know, this episode, it kind of gagged me a little bit with her placement, but I like her a lot, and I think she's cute and polished. I just, when we got to the episode, we'll get there. I was confused, but I don't want to take it away from somebody. Everybody, get your wins. It was deserved. That's what they said. But it was just like, I don't know. But that part kind of gooped me. I really hope they don't do this bitch dirty, because I like Viola a lot. I like Viola a lot. Like, oh, don't do her dirty. Don't do her dirty. Something about her. Well, I think it's also the musician in me, because y'all know I trained in the cello, the clarinet, the piano. What, a year on the viola. Like, I had to do a lot of instruments growing up. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of respect for anybody that still is in the craft with their instrument. 1, 2, you came in playing the violin, which was puss. I'm gagged you through the bow, though. It's like, oh my God. I was like, are they not expensive over there or whatever? Because I remember when I messed mine up, my mama used to get so mad at me, like, oh, bitch, we have to buy another one of these. Are you serious? But no, I kind of lived, kind of enjoyed it. Also, like their looks later on down the line, but I hope they don't do that bitch dirty. Because I see at 22 giving this, I was like, oh, she's kind of that girl. I hope they don't do her dirty. She was kind of that girl this episode. I was like, ooh, great showing from Viola. She was talking that shit. Now, Chai Tea Grande. I like Chai Tea Grande. I think she's the sweetie. I hate this so very, 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 very much. Everything else about this, I'm good with. High pony, the dominatrix look of it all. Kionk. This part right here, a fool. This a fool down. Like, I feel like I'm watching that Muppet movie where it was like the detective, it was like murders on something, something. I don't know. It looked wild to me, sweetheart. That part was crazy. Crazy. Everything else I was all right. I was like, okay, she's key. She's a key. Because the Brit Gala look was a pop, and then the hometown was cute too. The entrance look did not sell you your story or your fantasy. Love you, girl down. Love you down. That entrance look wouldn't have sold me with you. I would have waited to the end of the episode and be like, bitch, you ate low key. That Brit was cute. And high key, the runway was popping. Now the entrance look, sister, I thought we were supposed to honk your titties and a noise was going to come out. I didn't know, but I did like her energy. However, I am getting a storyline of the door girl versus the working showgirls. I don't know if that's going to be true or not, but a little hint of that was given. I was like, uh-oh, here we go. This feels familiar. Bonnie and Clyde. I am not going to compare you. However, they've already said it. It is true. At times, Acacia Forgot literally slaps me in the face looking at you. And that's not a bad thing because I think this bitch is polished. Okay. But I see Acacia with whenever, and she doesn't do it all the time. It's when she does that harsh cheek right here. And nothing wrong with that because that's a technique. But it's like Acacia does that. So it looks like even in the shot, you're like, it looks almost the fuck. Y'all look like damn near related. Like it's crazy. But they're not. And then you see other looks from them too. Like later on, I was like, oh, okay, I can see the separation of the two. It's just whenever she does the hard cheek, I'm like, y'all, it's kind of wild. Y'all do kind of similar eyebrows too. It's interesting. But no, Viola and her actually worked together, so it was kind of gaggy seeing them on the same episode. I don't know them like that, but I'm sure it was gaggy. I'm just making that commentary. But yeah, Bonnie and Clyde. I like Bonnie. I think Bonnie's going to do well. I want to see more. I want to see more. Winner of the entrance looks. This was the winner of the entrance looks for me. This gagged me. Gooped. 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 Which I thought I was seeing a Guilty Gear character pop up. I was like, what is happening? This was wild. I was like, okay, now, yeah. The unzipping, the little two holes bit. You took it off. The mug. I knew exactly what family this child was related to just seeing this face. I said, there is a Versace in the room and a Delicious right around the corner, and I knew I was right. I said, oh yeah, I know that mug. And the mug is right. It is. The mug is right. I said, oh my God, you had that on your face, and then you take that off, and then it's beat. Filthy. That's my favorite kind of gag right there, but it's bones. And yeah, I'm living high key, living for Bones. I was like, oh yeah, I will be enjoying her this season. she's puss. But RuPaul steps into the workroom looking like they're about to be guest starring in a season of Attack on Titan. Run out the way. But as the queens part like the Red Sea, so the cameraman can catch all of the 6 foot and the rest of the inches of RuPaul, she welcomes them for another season of the UK run. There is going to be a little bit of a twist that happens later, and it's sort of mentioned here, but more so we need to cheers with some new, I guess he's new pick room. I don't remember last season, but cheers. They are given their first mini maxi challenge. Mini maxi is kind of how I want to put this. This is more of a maxi challenge, but it's kind of a mini at the same time because it's the first, like, you just got here, now you need to do something, but it's calculated towards their scores. So, like, we can say maxi, but I like to say mini maxi. They must do the Brit Gala and walk down the pink carpet installation staircase, and they're going to have some very important queens interview them. So the idea is for them to give their best signature look that is going to wow the judges, as well as survive a Q&A with some queens that are either given prompted answers or who are really good on the fly with basically improv. So we have people like Bag of Chips, Much Plain Jane. Hey, friend. Tessa Testicle, okay? Speaking of other friends, hey, Ange. I said, all my people are on this episode. What is going on today? I said, that's my sis. That's my sis. That's my sis. Then look at who. Look at who. Look at who. It's Marina, something, my other baby. I said, what? I think that's why I like the premiere episode so much. Because I said, well, shit, half the people are fucking... I know a couple girls. So I love them all. Those are my bitches. What's up? I like this. I thought this was cool. They had US representation, UK, so representation, world representation, like versus the world, tease that and the other. Testica, you're gonna have a job with RuPaul. Let me tell you something, because she love you, bitch, clearly, and I'm here for it. Here for the fantasy. Also, you have all of the they, thems, and the rest of them, of course, lusting for you online. So, child, if you don't start selling somebody's photos, you're crazy. You're crazy. So, how did the girls do? Let's get to it with these looks. The Brit Gala. Glad to see Alan is back. Love me some Alan Carr. He's so funny. With Michelle and the rest of them, you know, this was all kind of this was a fun little affair. I did like how they set this up. I thought this was cute. I also like it when they do these little bits where they're like, give us spring fashion, and sort of like a way of showing off their looks. But it was also cool they did the Q&A as well, because are we ignoring the bonnet? No, we're not ignoring the bonnet. I'm just not going to go to war over something I've seen her do already, because I already know what reaction I'm going to get out of people for that. So, like, there's no reason to go over the war for the bonnet. It's like we've already are clear on exactly what it's giving, who is giving it, and what is happening. If we was doing a panel this week, I'm going to tell you who would give it 5 to 10 minutes of your time and my time and everybody else's time to talk about that. I'm more concerned that sister's over there in her sleek onesie outfit versus a whole unit. But that's Jane's tease. She's supposed to be stupid and whatever, right? But let's get back to this. That is the contestants for this show, and not somebody who's just there to ask questions. Chai T. Grande is up. This is much better. This is so much better. I was like, okay. I have faith in you now, my darling. And that's not shade to you and your choices a little bit for your entrance look. But this is so much better. I was like, okay, thank you. Is it the most spectacular Stella thing ever? No, but it's still gorgeous and it's still cute on her. And, you know, I wish that the bottom of the dress plumed out just a little bit more, something like that. But this was nice. And I thought she handled her Q&A a tad bit. She handled it well. I mean, she had Marina. Marina was nice. She wasn't really throwing any hard balls at anybody. And I think that some of the queens got lucky with some of the questions that they got and who was interviewing them. If you got Marina, if you got Tessa, if you got anybody but Plain Jane. I mean, yeah. Kind of the truth. If you got anybody that wasn't Plain, you would have made it. It would have been your own fault for falling, high key, because the girls were softball in it. Plain was over there just gagging them and trying to make them like step it up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Like, oh, everybody's shaking up a little bit. But the rest of them, it was like, that's just you being nervous. Well, I thought Chai did a decent job. It was interesting, and I like this look. They did a slow-mo camera for my sanity and yours. We're not going to do every shot of that. Sally's look is cool. This is also very smart to do because of the makeup that they chose to walk into the workroom in. That way they can quickly put on an outfit, not have to redo a whole face, and also give their basically their aesthetic and show what they like to do. This very Lee Bowery number. Bag of Chips is so funny. I hear where she go. I forgot what she said. She was like, I'm here from such and such. And she's like, she starts to speak and she does like this whole accent bit, right? And then Baga volleys back with chicken teriyaki. And I don't know why that made me holler, but I hollered, bitch. That shit was so fucking funny to me. I was like, why is that your response? Chicken teriyaki. It was the way she said it. I was like, wait. Oh, I was weak. And if you get RuPaul to laugh like this, an eye squint, a whole row of teeth up top bit, tongue out, no tongue scraper in sight, yes, you have done your job. You've done job. But no, I thought that Sally handled that very well. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this really big family. Appreciate you for being here. Catching feelings. I thought this was nice. I'm not the biggest fan of green, so that's just me. I'm just not the biggest fan of green, but I liked her entrance outfit a tad bit better than this particular look. And when RuPaul called it a sleeping bag, I was like, oh. I was like, oh. She handled her interview very well, though. Tessa was fine, though. Baby Tessa, let me tell you something. Okay, you in this muscular body, bitch. Baby, that shit. Tessa's in here, that chest pooped. She cinched in, so that body got nothing to do. That man is like, I was hollering at that to me. I said, baby, you can't help it because you got whole body busted out now. It's busted out. My God. My God. My God. Now, selection, this is when I was like, yeah, I need to see way more of you. I need to see way more. Do not send, keep her. Do not let that go. Keep that. Keep it now. Okay? Because this made me go, oh, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. That's nasty. Nasty work. Quite very well done. Yeah. I have no notes. This was perfection for me. Through and through. Everything about it I love. Now, the story about you shit. Choices. It was okay. Here's the thing. You could have told the story about you having a spat on the floor from your ass, but it was the way it was done, where it was kind of like Young Bella's, where it was the road we went on to get there was a tad bit turdy. So yeah, but everything else was wonderful. Wonderful. Now, Tayrus, this was my favorite look you did this week. Was this one right here? I thought this was gorgeous. Okay. And I love this blue. Oh, the blue is just right with God with your skin tone. It really does numbers. Enjoy this a lot. We get to the interview. It's nerves at first. Then it's, oh, she's trying to gag me. The fuck? It was so funny. It was like you made a comment about you being black and it almost made Plain Jane jump. And I'm like, now hold, I'm playing. But I also was like, this is getting interesting. Because it was like, I don't know if Jane is still interviewing you anymore or if they're just trying to read you. And I don't know if you're just receiving the commentary that was coming in or possibly like needing to feel the need to like attack her back. But I found it interesting that you were told that you were being defensive. But when Elle was gagging Plain back, it was then you let her have it and you did that and do. So I thought that was kind of wild because I was like, well, this other person was defending themselves high key, kind of with the and girl, yeah, I'm still whatever, but that I don't know. Maybe it just was received differently, but I was like, I'm sorry, but multiple choice answer, other girls did the same thing that Terrace did right here when it came to playing. But like now she's defensive, but the other ones, I thought it was so fun. I thought that was weird. But yeah, I was like, is this bad? Okay, this is bad. I thought I was like, now how in the world are y'all not gonna tell Manila she can't do this tampon dress, and then you let this baby go out here full on giving me stuffed pad tees, and it's just being taken out to be thrown in the trash. And then I realized that this is actually a shower curtain, and it's supposed to be the psycho scene. Oops. And I say oops because of the fact that it was so crazily, what is happening here when she was just trying to get this up? Child, that week, I am gagged that I'm just now clocking this. I'm so happy I didn't zoom in. I am so happy I didn't know. Don't let this photo go. No. Go right back. Because the shine from that tape. Holy shit. Whoa, wow. Oh my God. Yeah. No, ma'am. Okay. Boo. Tomato. Marina gave you a softball question and it was like you got like fumbled. And I think it was just nerves and I felt bad for Pasty here because it was just kind of like I see the charm. It's there, but she got in her own way. And I don't know if it's because the dress is falling off or what, but yeah, it wasn't a good time. Now, Bonnie and Clyde did look good. I did read cow at first. I did read cow at first, but then it was like, oh no, she's a Dalmatian. She's a Dalmatian. She handled Plain very well, but Plain also wasn't coming at her as hard. I'm sorry, I live. I lived for this. I fucking loved it. I thought this girl was gonna win the episode. Bonnie's a Libra. I see it. She knows her angles like nobody's business. And Paige, I want to thank you for that. I have this thing, again, I've been doing this for some years now. And when I do screenshots and I do this whole bit where we talk about the episodes, I'm always waiting for the girl and for the editors to get y'all in your profile shots and give the full body at the same time. And when it all matches, that both shots look so good together. And some of the times they get it just right. And other times it's like, okay, she looking down here, but she looking great there. And then she looking this way. Baby, you give us time. You get to a position and you lock the fuck in, and you know how to slowly edge that. Thank you. Thank you. Friends of photographers, I know many. Thank you. Like, I just be like, oh, please let that girl just sit there and let us like eat her up for a second. And she knows how to do that. Just let her, you can eat this all up. Thank you. This was puss. 10s across the board for me. I go on through. Now, the conversation was interesting. It was kind of a keek and it was kind of a cack. And I was like, but I was so focused on whatever I got here that I just kind of was like, yeah, push her through. She's going to be in the top this week. Couldn't wait for the next outfit. Yeah, she's a Colby. She's a part of the Colby family. Why is Michelle so against the French Revolution and anything to do with the Victorian era or anything to do with this kind of stuff? I guess I'm just not as affected by it like her. I think she hates that. I hate when people just do pasties for their entire everything. I guess that's like our qualms for this. It wasn't ugly, and I thought it was perfectly fine. I thought she was cute. I get the whole, I'm tired of seeing that, but I'm also like, this wasn't bad though. I mean, it could have been ugly, and it wasn't. So, and I know some people will be like, well, Matt, you're just cool. Yeah, but I'm also like giving you an actual take. This is not that deep. This one, compared to others we have seen, this was not that deep. So I was a little bit like, okay. I wasn't really taken to Marie Antoinette. I was given more socialite. And she's at a ball. Didn't want to wear a mask because makeup was too pretty. I don't know. That's where my mind went, but okay. So I was like, all right, let's get here. Now, when we get down the stairs, it's a little different. You're definitely rant pack because we love telling long stories. And I thought that was so funny to me. Because again, baby girl. So I kind of hollered a tad bit because I was like, is this my fault? I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, this is my fault. Well, there's this one time I was looking for work and I was like, this is my fault. This is all me. This is because I have embedded my long fucking story shit on her, and I'm so sorry. This is all my bad. All my bad. No. Let me tell you something. I said, yeah, this is rant pack. Now, girl, we're not. That's how we're gonna go on, bitch. We're gonna talk about it. It wasn't horrible. To me, I thought the story did just like when we got to the point of it, I wish we could have like wrapped it kind of quick to where it started with talking about any kind of work you've done. Well, baby, you know I had to get trade one time. What? That's right. Pulled up an ad and did that and then finished it right there. And then we went to something else. The nose flute bit was cute. And I'm surprised that Rue liked it because it didn't seem like she did whenever this part happened. But then they talked about it. So, like, it was great. It showed that you were silly. And I was thinking to myself, she does seem silly. The put on part, though, I thought was wild. When they were like, you're putting on a personality. How sway. I really wanted. Oh, I wanted to get that panel just to be like, how sway. How so? What is it that you are hearing that is giving you put on? Is it the way she's speaking and you think that that's not genuine? I was really confused by that because that's the only thing I'm watching this back, y'all, because I watched this for the fourth time today. And I'm listening to that and I'm like, is it her voice? And you think that that's not how she talks and that sort of bit, because then I saw the people online asking about our transatlantic queen and I'm thinking, oh, so y'all not used to that? Interesting. I didn't care for that critique. I didn't get it either. Maybe not for me. Maybe I wasn't there, but I was like, I don't know what personality was put on. No, I do have to watch it several times because there are specific parts that I want to make sure I embed some things into, like saying people's names correctly, or possibly if someone had a storyline or a bit where they were just talking and it was important. I'm trying to, I got to not only listen to what they're saying, I'm trying to see physically what they're doing in the process. Because sometimes you can tell when someone's been told to talk, and then other times you can tell when someone just really wants to say what they feel and it's not prompted. It's very real. So I like to watch a lot of reality show moments back like that. That's why everyone clocked Ava so quickly on Big Brother, because at first we were like in it, but then as you slowly kept watching the season, you kept seeing her like try really hard to be memeable, to be likable, for the public to want her, because she was thinking about the money and she's not thinking about just being genuinely herself. That's why you should watch back a lot of different reality shows, because there's people you'll like. Go back and watch some folks again. You can tell folks that are putting on to get on. They'll always clock that camera too. Sometimes that eye just drips, whoop, right there. Oh, and I'm not looking. I have seen that several times. Some older seasons of Drag Race too. Girls look right at the camera. You're too aware. Viola looks gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. We could have done a different wig. I'm still cool with it. I'm still all right with it. But this dress, the way it's draped down the stairs. It's very, very nice. Very lovely. The draping of that is just, oh, it's wonderful. It really is. And that blue is looking rich. Rich, honey. Rich. It's rich. It's rich. She did very well with her Q&A too. Angie is just too funny to be. My sister be making the faces. Bones, this is wild. This is wild. Wild, Dolly. Wild. Spectacular. She came out and I said, "Oh my God, this is fantastic! Look at it. She even has the gold, like little brocades on the cheeks and on the top of the head. It's amazing. She looks stunning. This is ugly. I am this gagged me when they were like, "Oh, this is so I mean, Alan Carr saying that is not a surprise, but like I know you lying. I will take the car hood ornament that I saw for the runway over this. Her entrance look was better. I was like, oh, oh no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. So I was kind of gagged a tad bit. I will give her coots though, because she did play back with Plain Jane and she did not allow Plain to bother her at all and was very much like, look at you, look at me, look at you, girl. I did like that. I did like that from Elle. She clapped. She clapped. No, she clapped. She clapped her. But I just could not get into this dress. I was kind of gagged. I feel like they've read girls for similar looks before, so that's why I was kind of like, huh? Y'all like that? You sure? You sure? You sure? Uh, anyways, they did the Brit Gala. It was cool. I think this was a cool little moment they did for the show and a great way for the premiere and us getting a little sneak peek of what the girls have to offer with their signature looks. But they're told that they need to then bring now a hometown look for the runway before the judges' critiques, finding out who's in the top and who's in the bottom. Mm-hmm. They're also told about a cow. If you hear a moo, the moo may just save you. From what? Oh, we'll find out. I was like, all right, here we go. Lovely. So everybody gets their stuff. They're de-dragging. You know how this goes. Look at you. Look at me. Look at you. Oh, the drag. Oh, you look like that. What? A little bit. How'd you think you did? I think I did great, you liar. Oh my goodness gracious. Conversations about individuality, drag art, showcasing, being sort of like concerned with some of the big names in the room, but also wanting to show that they're also just as special. All of that is happening in between the time we get to the runway. This one over here, I know Elle, your edit. I'm not trying to read her. The edit was so in your favor for today. It is crazy. And I'm not knocking you because they said you did good. I'm believing them. That's what it was, right? It's I walk in the room. No one really knows me. I even asked them if someone knows me. No one knows me. At the end of the episode, they're gonna know who I am now. I was like, bitch, get the I was like, beginning. And like it was a great little run for you in terms of look at the girls who are here, and I'm nervous because of this, but I also have a lot to offer too. Oh, baby, that edit was ready and great for you this week. No shade. No shade. But I was like, I was surprised you would. No, but I thought you did good this week. Just not, I didn't see the W, but I'm sorry when I'm not taking it away. It's not be like that. But I just was like, oh my God, they really played that. That edit was great. The girls don't know me. I'm new. I ate first episode. Bow, you know my name now. Come on. Young Bella gets a sister. I got nervous. I thought you was leaving here. You know how we talk about this when it's like, oh, we're gonna have a conversation about our past and our history. We're gonna give a little storyline. I said, oh shit. And hell, looking like we're getting a W with their storyline. Young Bella's giving us a little background history and doing this and that. And now the people, I said, oh, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous. But I also was glad to hear your story as well as you sharing with us what you've been through and, what you're doing here. So I was like, I'm here for it. Love that our girl got some time, but I also was like nervous, just nervous. RuPaul looks good. I love this dress on her. I like it when she does classic looks. Very good, Brew. I was here for the hair. Makeup was fine, but I did love this dress. Now the titty area is interesting because it looks like they're like they're going up somewhere. But I did like this dress. I thought it was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Michelle looks really good too. Love Mama with some big hair. It was giving. Alan Carr with the beautiful butterfly coat. And this man who I do not know, but was shirtless for a moment, and then they made him put his clothes on. And I was like, is this y'all's like, he fine or something, and this is like y'all with him no shirt on. This is the cat. This is the giving. This is it. Is that what's happening? I was so confused by this because they're like, I'm the one who told him to do it. I was like, what? Is this a scene in something that's referencing? I don't know. But cool. I don't know. He was I was like, this is giving Joel McHale, but like the UK version. All yelling and such. This is fun. It was like, oh, okay. Got it. But he was fine. He was fine. He just hosts the mask. Oh, okay. Okay. Why was his shirt off then? Okay. Bad. Wouldn't it make more sense if he took. Okay, cool. Around my hometown. That's the category. Let's talk about bones. If you want to vote in the live chat, you can hit some numbers. 1 if it's giving, 2 if it's okay, and 3 if it's a chop. Bones. This was cool. Yeah, loved this. Thought this was polished as fuck. Love the hair, love the full bit, cane included. I love that the jacket's a different color too than the pants, and it's still puffery and it's giving this bubble effect while also still having like the very like tie, the vest bit in between. Very like, once I take this off, I'm going to go to school or go to work or possibly. I was like, presentation was on point. I thought this was fire. I will be paying attention to her. Katrin Feelings is next. Not for me, but it's representing where they're from and their hometown, and so I respect it. But I liked the first look much better. And I know that's completely different when we're doing hometown, this, that, and the other. It's just not my favorite, but at least it's polished. That part, I'm seeing a lot of that in the comments. It definitely is polished for sure. It's at least clean. It's hemmed right. It's not uneven in the edges. Thank God. It's just not for me. But I gotta respect it though. Does that make sense? Like I can't be rude to that because it's like, this is representing our hometown. Like, I'm not gonna fuck with that. But it's also just no, not for me. Mm. But Katrin's a vibe though, and I like her. Young Bella is next, representing London with the Big Ben. Cute. But no. And I love you down, sister. Love you down. I can't. And I love you. But, the wig cap being exposed and the fact that they kept on showing it was driving me nuts. I was like, don't do her like that. Give her the longer shots, please. Because that cap was underneath. And it feels like the clock was pulling your hair back. I'm assuming because of how it's positioned in this wig. Because I was like, there's no reason them bangs should be like that unless that wig, unless that clock, every time you do one little extra movement, just ticks up just a tad bit. That's what it was giving. I do like the cuffs on the ankles with the chains bit. I live for that. Love that. I do think the color looks good on you. That's a key. The exposed bit isn't doing what I want it to do. I think the mug is pretty. Love the mug, love the lip, love the eye. Down. But it is just a tad, it's just, it's a little under. It's a bit under. It's down. You still look pretty. That's my niecey, but I'm also like, that cap was showing too much and it was driving me nuts. And I was like, I can't let that go. I want to be fair, but and that's I gotta be fair. So it was a little. So I have to put it in the job category. But the mug is right. The face cannot be declined. Never. Severe. Severe. Yes. 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 Presentation. The full bit. Top to bottom. I'm going to say it and I'm going to hold it down. Paige, you should have won this week. I think personality wise, they wanted more from you. I think look department wise, you hit every box. You checked every note. And I'm speaking on like just me thinking of how the judges were looking at this from that perspective. I feel like they wanted more out of you personality wise, but like, honey, my God, this. It's fabulous. You got the fucking platform heel with the. Sorry, that is fire. Ooh, but goodness gracious. In my opinion, the top three should have been Page 3, Bones, and Sally Trademark. I was kind of gagged that Sally was safe. I was kind of gagged a little bit. I was kind of gagged. I was a big gag that Sally was safe this week because her entrance look I would have included in on the scoring, just to be honest with you. Yeah, this did something for me. I agree. Chai Tea Grande is next. You made up for your entrance look with both your Brit Gala and this. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay, with the mixture of the Thai flag and the Union Jack. You did good, sweetie. This is good for me. I'm giving it a 1.5. It's not a full one for me. No shade, because that lip to me does, for some reason I think of Miranda Sings and not that gross version of her, but just the fact with the I don't know something about that red lip. It kind of drive me just a tad bit. But like all of this, yeah, right with the money. I would have thrown money at it. Yes, I would have. It would have deserved $1 or $2. I don't want her to go home early. She does something for my brain. Viola, I don't want you to go home early. You better not. You made this too. You weave this. You also walk and presentation is so puss. It's so very regal, polished woman. I kind of live for Viola. Just after this episode. I'm sorry, I lived for how this looked and the way it moved on the stage. I thought it was right with God. I thought it was right with God, honey. I don't know why, but she's doing something, taking care of an itch up here. I'm telling you, I'm like, ooh. You know, some of their eyes too, I kind of live for. I don't know. I'm entranced. I'm entranced. Sally TM. Yeah, the wig does work really well with this outfit, especially because it's weaved together. So the wig really makes sense. Like it does, it's woven in there with the blue, with the blonde. You're right about that wild card. Yeah, I see that. It's very well thought. But I like Sally's look too. I thought Sally was cute. I like, yeah, yeah, this is cute. I mean, this is cute to be honest. Like, I think Sally and her personality alone, and I guess the showing for the episode would have like given her more, I guess, in the top 3 for me. But there were a couple girls that kind of chewed her up on this runway here. in my opinion. And I know we like Sally, but this runway in general, she wasn't hitting top 3, but she was definitely in the top 5 or 6 for sure. It was nice. I was like, this is cute. This is cute. I got the idea of it. But I think I was more into the main challenge in her entrance look, just a tad bit more. No. Mm-mm. Pasty. I get the biomes and the garden. Yeah, but something about that fabric. Something about that. I don't know. That fabric is bothering me. She's a sweetheart though. That makeup is atrocious. Let's move on. I don't want to go too hard on her because she's likable. Tayrus Mongardi. Now, and I love me some Tayrus, but hear me out, sister. Here I go. You chose one fish out of an aquarium to represent your hometown. I'm sorry that me saying it out loud makes it even funnier to me. Like that has been in my thought bubble for the longest. Like, I'm sorry, you chose one fish in a whole aquarium to represent your hometown. No, sister. That blue looked good on you. Hear me out. This is where my mind would have went if we were friends together and we were sitting down holding hands, talking about what you should do for this. Bitch, we'd have gave you a blue gown. You wouldn't have worn the blue one that you wore for the Brit Gala. We'd have changed that up. I'd give you a nasty blue gown that's giving the water effect, and then we would have put fish, not hokey pokey shit, but some that look really beautiful, very beta fish running around, very gorgeous finjulas, and made them swim up you almost like they're going up a stream. Like this is from fucking Finding Nemo bullshit, and there's some turtles with some bros and all that mess. We'd have had that happening to give the effect of an aquarium of some sorts. I still like this jacket. The jacket's fire. The jacket is fire. I want this jacket. The jacket's everything with the boots. It's cool. But the puffs, sister, I thought they were trying to eat you at one point. Round. They was in the front of your head. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know we were transforming into a Beetleborg, or if this was Animorphs and we were about to find out what it really was. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's a caterpillar. No, I still like the idea of what this was going, where this was going. And there are elements of this that I like a lot, but to me, I'm like, why the one you chose one out of the whole thing that's supposed to be, and they were supposed to clock in. No, I love you down, but no. And Rue is right. Contour, but she's pretty. She just need to cut that. She cut that cheek. It'd be a wrap for a lot of them bitches because the structure's there. It's already given. That's something Vander Von Odd told me when I asked her for some tips about my makeup for Pisa, and she was like, "You have the structure. Build around your cheeks because you already have the nice cheeks and all that kind of stuff. Build around that and start to cut and play with your face. Like, because the mug is there. If she just cut a little bit, be done. It'd be done. But I was like, I just thought I was like, oh, cool. I prefer the other look that we saw and the entrance look, but the jacket was fire. I just thought one fish out of an aquarium? No, ma'am. Love her now. But I was like, no, ma'am. That's not gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Got the bumblebee hair puffs. I need them to sit back just a tad bit more. They were two in the front. You know, it was given Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse. But still, I like Tayrus. Girl, you cannot tell me that this one, I'm sorry. The wig is everything. Her makeup is fire in this. Love all this up here. But I'm sorry. Put her on the front of a car and let her drive through. No, ma'am. It wasn't the worst thing on the planet, but I definitely wasn't gagging. And I also, someone's going to be, I can see the comment now. You just don't understand the reference for the Titanic Museum. I looked it up. I got it. Cool. Nah. No. And also, if we're including the main challenge with that dress, still, no. But she looks good. I love this wig. Sometimes those structured wigs get tired, but this, yes, all up here. And I love her mug. Love the mug. Love that she gave the little shine on the cheek too. Love all of this. Love all of it. But I also want to stick her on the front of a Mercedes and just push her through a drive-through. James Seal, thank you for the tippy poo. Appreciate you on my Cash App. Always excited for Drag Race UK. Thank you, babes. I appreciate you. And thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, become part of this Rant Pack family. And if you want to drop us some love in my jar, please and thank you. It's PayPal to me for /Matty-Rants, Cash App $924, and then Matty-Rants. Yeah. I was kind of shocked they gave this so much too. The gloves for the nails too. I was shocked, but I didn't think it was horrible. I thought it was nice. It was like for me a high 2, 1.5, but I just was like, nah, girl, put her in front of the car. Ain't no way. Shit, I thought Bonnie's look was better. Bonnie and Clyde. This looks just like, she looked just like Acacia in the shot. Like thin Acacia. Not saying Acacia's, she's not fat. And she's like, Acacia's thick. You know, Acacia got a little rump, got a little thigh too. This is pretty. Clean. There, we get it. We know exactly what she's referencing there. Full on bit. Yep. Come on, Catholics, make some noise. Make some noise. Shut up, Matthew. Come on, Catholics, make some noise. What? Oh my God. I remember one time I went to a Catholic church for the first time and I saw that they had these like things for people to like pray, like these cushions. Like it was this weird setup where you could like put your knees on it. So when you're praying, you don't have to hurt your knees on like the cobblestone floor. That shit was wild. Because I thought to myself, do they clean those? And whose knees are nasty? Because I know someone got some scabs and some scabies, bitch. They just sat them motherfuckers on there. And then someone came behind them and was like, why my knee itching? Got a ringworm the next day. That is a terrible thought process to have, but I'm scared. But I like her. See, okay, this doesn't give, her mug is right. I just want to see more of her. I really do. I want to see more of her. Yeah, I think I'm going to be rooting for Bonnie for the season. I think I'm going to be rooting for the Bon. Yeah, she's giving polish down. I love these earrings too. They're so pretty. I want to see more. Celexa Addiction. Now, Celexa, don't you come for me because I know you got that mouth, sister, but hear me out. I liked your entrance look a lot. I loved your Brit Gala. Your Brit Gala was so high, my expectations were shot up here. So this did not give me what I really, really wanted, but it still looks nice. And this is also where I came to the conclusion, will she give us big hair or will it all be structured? Because it's been kind of tight and right for the beginning of it. So yeah, the, gravy and all that bit, it's a cute outfit. But we have seen you knock it out the park just from walking in the room and the Brit Gala. So for me, this was just cute. To me, it was almost like a throwaway look compared to the other two. Not to shade you, but I'm a fan. I'm just saying, I was like, all right. That's okay. We get our tops and our bottoms, with the tops being Katrin Feelings, Page 3, and Elle Vosk, with the bottom 3 being Pasty, Young Bella, and Taurus. Now, we get a gag of finding out about this cow gimmick to where the queens are going to be able to vote for somebody to be saved potentially if they are in a situation where they could go home. Now, that doesn't mean that if a person is then saved from having to lip sync, that their name is taken out of the drawing and that, you know, it's only between the people who are lip syncing. So the idea is that 3 people will be in the bottom, and those who are not in the bottom will then have to vote on the person to stay in said competition. They will not be able to find this out until after the lip sync. So you have to, and I was like doing all the work, like, this is a lot. So they vote for someone to stay. That person potentially doesn't even have to lip sync. And then once the lip sync is over with and we find out who is actually supposed to go home, they have to then see, did anyone vote for me and was it the majority for me to stay? This episode was wasted on this gimmick because I hate to say it, but that girl should have gone home. I have to use the potty real quick. I'm going to ask for just a minute, if you will. The coffee has hit. It's not crazy. Give me a second here, but I gotta get out because I've been holding it for the last 35 minutes. 1 minute, please, but amongst yourself, because the chat is live talk. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Excusez-moi while I need to mute this. And hey, Rubber Ducky. Okay. Oh, we feel so much better. And now we can do this review without going crazy. I would have wanted to do this with the gimmick, just like with the beaver, except instead of the person who won the episode choosing, you allow the people who are safe and who are in the top to vote for one of the people who was in the bottom to then be removed. And then you still have the bottom two lip sync and then they go home. That is what I wanted them to do. A group decision on who should actually be the ones to lip sync versus it being like, we're going to potentially see if everyone voted for you to stay, but you possibly won't even have to lip sync. So you're just going to find out if everyone likes you or not. That's so, I don't know. That part kind of threw me a tad bit with this whole idea of what they wanted to do with this gimmick. I was like, I don't know, but we will see going forward if this kind of falls into something messy or something that's actually going to be kind of cool. So I was like, let me just let that cook. Let me let the beef cook. But right now, I was like, I don't know. We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. I hated seeing Taylor's cry. I hated seeing young Bella cry. Pasty over there kind of like, well, shit. But got to give it to Celexia. Thank you for keeping it real with this one, because you were like, I mean, but she did look nice. I mean, the dress didn't fit. It was very ill fitting. Okay, just want to be one hundo. I was like, oh. She's like, just saying, it did not fit, girl. But like, yeah, let's see her nice. Hollering. Keanu Weaves, so did I. So did I. And I had made a comment about that when I was doing the Meet the Queens, about how this particular franchise, it always feels like that's going to be the case. And so I was a little bit pressed because I was just like, God, here we go. But I'm not trying to make it about that. It just feels like it sometimes where it's just like, oh, here we go with this crap again. It felt like I hear, okay, let me be real. It felt like Neon Bella had the majority of the votes. I'd say Tayrus had more. And then someone mentions that we should be voting on the person who we think is going to lose the lip sync. So I'm like, so you don't want no one to go home? Is that how we're doing this? That you now have to guess who it's going to be, and then it's like a non-elimination season? What? Oh. I was like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely. It's the best friends race. No, ma'am. I was like, oh. I was here for some people's reasonings. I want her to stay because it's my girl. I want her to say she actually had valid reasons. But that whole, we should vote for the person we think is going to go. What? No, ma'am. So girls that are terrible at lip syncs get to stay? I don't think so. And then the one time when the girls that can buck, someone who actually can turn it is going to go, oh, absolutely not. Leaving a whole bunch of Elmer Fuds up there to be hunting rabbits. No, thank you. I was like, no, we're going to have to see how this gimmick works because you got me fucked up. Elle wins. Gagged a bit, but still congrats to Elle. Congrats to Elle. Let's not take that away. It did goop me a tad bit. Paige, I was on your 3. But congrats to Elle. Tayrus was saved. It's Young Bella versus Pasty. I can tell you with the full confidence in my chest that Young Bella was going to win. I didn't have to even hear the song. I didn't have to see what was going to go down. No other notion in my brain was going anywhere, but she is going to beat this one over here. And of course, I was right. We need to talk about the process, though, of how this happened. Von Dutch deserved better. And I hate to say that, but I'm going to keep it real. They did not give me what I wanted for this song. And I needed it to turn. I needed them to turn. One was pointing in multiple directions and showing us they're the one. The other one was trying to figure out what to do. Shoes getting thrown misplaced and all that. At least we got a little duck walk. I said, okay, kaboom, kabap, and kabibble. I also thought to myself, sister, I feel you're also a little nervous too. Like, not you, Elmer. I'm talking about Neon. But I said, my sister giving me a little nervous. She giving me a little nervous a tad bit. The face I was focusing on, I wanted her to give a little bit more in the eyes. I said, you get a little nervous, but again, it's the first song, cack. We're going to let that roll. But I also know she's not a dancer. She just told me this. Mama was walking and posing and pointing and number one, I'm your number one, I'm your number. And I was like, all right. I needed a few 8 counts. I needed a couple of bucks. I needed something. The duck walking was fine. I said, no, that pulled me in. That let me know you had something there, sister. I was like, okay, because it was cute when it was done, and you made sure that clock didn't fall over, so the wig didn't fall off. So I was proud of you because we've been there. And then when we had this little split moment, it was, I didn't know what was happening here. It was like, hold on 1 minute. I'm the number one. Hold on 1 minute. I didn't know if you were telling us to wait. Wait a minute. I said, wait, is this a Willow song now? What's going on? But over there, this one rolling around, wig coming off and shit, shoes falling off. I said, nah. Back to Neon Bella. Like it was like we can only focus on one. This is the better one. And it's the truth. She won. She beat her. It was not the best for the song itself, but we're gonna give props where they're due. She told that girl, "You're going home. You're gonna be the first one gone. It's not gonna be me. It's gonna be me. You." That's what you were doing, Neon Bella. I see. That's what was happening. You were telling her you were gonna be the first one to go home. You were gonna be the one to go home, not me. You're the number one to go home. Our little baby girl wins. Wamp wamp. We find out who got the most votes to be saved by the cow. And Pasty's name pops up and they've been saved and they get a chance to slay the competition. The edit did not seem like they got the most votes. I don't think that they were going to go home anyways. And that is why this episode did do that for me. Like I enjoyed it, but I was kind of like, I say justice for June, Jambalaya, justice for June, Jambalaya, justice for June, justice for June, justice for June. If this is what we're doing, justice for June. Because no. You show us the votes next week. Shut me up, please. Like I'm begging. Like show me the votes next week, because the way y'all made that look, that child wouldn't get not one little lick, not one token. So I need to understand how that happened versus it being a production decision. Squeeze me. Baby girl came in there pizza pocketing. Okay. I thought the girl was a whole jumbo tampon that got stuffed in the wrong body. Kirstie Alley's. And just happened to fall down the stairs while she was at the Met Gala. For the second look. Third look, wah, wah, no. Lip sync, wah, no. I need consequences. So no shade to her. It's just the way it felt. I'm going to feel a ways. The girl has a full shit ass episode. And it's like, nah, she ain't going nowhere. What? No. No. Mm-mm. That and then somebody else goes home first instead of them. That would be like, what? No. But it is what it is. Let me let that go. It's not that deep. I still enjoy the show. I love Drag Race. Come on now. I love Drag Race. I just sometimes I'm like, now come on. Okay, but shout out to the new cast for season 7. Wishing you all the best of luck. Especially out there in the internet and this world. Trust me, I had someone come in the live chat and just basically try to disagree with me, so I engaged with them on purpose. And it was like, no, we don't have to do all that. Everyone's gonna have their own opinions. Everyone's gonna have their own take on this. No one is right. No one is wrong. But one thing we should respect is these people who are human beings on this earth, just like us, and remind ourselves that at the end of the day, we got feelings, right? So we can talk about them on the show and be like, we didn't care for this, we didn't care for that, but please, and I'm begging you, do not bring these people any hate their way. Do not send any ill will their way or anything like that. We're here to enjoy a show and to show love to all of these folks that are putting it out there for us, whether it's good or bad. So I know I said a whole lot of shit today, but to those people that may have felt a little offended, it's not anything personal. I wish you nothing but the best, sincerely. So thank y'all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this long-winded conversation about the premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 7. It's on Wow Presents Plus if you'd like to watch. And I'll be covering it on Fridays from now on. This is the last Saturday I do for this season, unless something happens. But Fridays from now on, it'll be in the afternoon, so it won't be so early in the morning. And I'd love to see you there. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you leave a comment talking about this episode, your highs, your lows, your yeses and nos, and what you want from the season and who you are rooting for. And then also, if you did want to throw me a little late love for my birthday, it is paypal.me/Matty-Rants, Cash App $Matt924, and Venmo Matty-Rants. I am going to go enjoy the rest of my day. My friends are putting something together for my birthday today, and as well as tomorrow, we're going to be doing some things. So I'm going to enjoy, finally, my birthday. Because I haven't got a chance to yet. Outside of getting to play with this Switch 2, I have not been out. I haven't been able to do anything. Shout out to my friend later on, though. He did take me for dinner for my birthday, but I have not really gotten to just celebrate good times. Come on. So today is the day for that and to me have some fun. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in every day this week because we had a lot that we were covering here. So thank you. Reminder, Dragula Titan season 2 is starting very soon. So me and Dooley are going to be covering it. Mina, let it out. It's a hairball. It's okay. You do not have to swallow it back. Just let it out. Oh God. Okay. My baby. She does not like to let her hairballs come up, and I watch her legit try to bring it back down, and I have to tell her just to do it. But then when she does do it, she makes sure I'm not watching. So she saw me looking at her, and then she's like, nope. Because I will wake up in the morning every now and then and step on one. And I hate it so much. But it's always in the middle of the night when she does it. And she hates blowing up awake. Oh, my baby. Just let it out, girl. I will clean it up. It's okay. Okay, sorry. But yes, all my links in the about section. We're going to cover these on Fridays. We have a lot of shows to still cover on the channel. Know that I'm also looking for work. So if you don't see me as much, I am in the background trying to get some things taken care of, getting extra work so we can keep on doing these videos and continue to be productive with our lives. But yes, and thank you so very much to Emrika for moderating today. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Also, APS, thank you for the super chat. Let me save you some coins for them pricey Nintendo games, babes. Don't say that, because I was already dragged for even having a Switch now and all that kind of stuff, or games. And I've already pre-ordered the game I want, so I'm good. I don't think I'm getting anything new coming out outside of Pokemon ZA. I think I'm good for now. There are games I want, but I'm like, let me be smart, because I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm trying to save everything right now. I'm just trying to hold on to it. But yes, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, and thank you all so much. And thank you, Keanu, for the belated birthday love, and thank you all for tuning in. I will see you Wednesday. Yeah, I'll see you Wednesday. I'll see you Wednesday for a special Dragula Titans video I'm going to do with you. And I'm going to get Dooley involved with that one just to start off the season before we get it going here. So tune in Wednesday for that video. We're going to do the Meet the Monsters for the Titans. Thursday, we got our Drag Race Philippines. And then Friday, we'll be doing Drag Race UK. So I will see you then. Take care, everybody.
Listen.